Coming to you live from Streets of Destiny Church in Phoenix, Arizona. We're about to have a training on how to use Zoom for our set-free meetings, which is on Tuesday nights from 5:30 to 7 p.m. You can attend live in person at 3444 East Van Buren Street in Phoenix, Arizona. Again, it's from 5:30 to approximately 7 p.m. It's fellowship, it's recovery, some snacks on occasion, so be sure to stop by. Now, if you can't attend but still would like to listen in on the meeting, maybe even participate with it, we're going to have the Zoom call, and this meeting is what the training is all about today. So we're going to get ready to get started, and just give me a few minutes as we bring up the next screen. So what happens next is I usually send out an email. It will include a link to the meeting so that you can attend. And with that, you will see on the screen, you'll see that the link is in blue, in the case with our email here. Or if you already have Zoom on your computer, phone, or Android tablet, you can actually key in these digits where it says meeting ID, and when it asks you for a passcode, you'll be putting in set free. That's capital S-E-T, capital F-R-E-E, all one word. Then you will see what happens next. Now we're going to get ready to bring that screen up as I get ready to attend this meeting, and you'll see how this works. So when Zoom comes up, you will see a screen once you've logged in. I'm using the link right now. But once you come into the link, you're going to see something that says that the host will let you in soon. And I'm going to go to that screen right now. So let's go over here, and you can see what that screen consists of. Okay. So we have that screen coming up. Now the host or co-host, depending on the meeting, will let you in on the meeting, and you can see what happens next. So you're about to see the screen that comes up right now, as you can tell here. So you're seeing this meeting coming up. Now if the host is available, they will be up on the screen, as you're seeing here right now. Okay, so that is the host, and I'm speaking actually from the guest, so you're seeing me there. But you have some options, and we'll proceed on with that. You'll notice that the host currently, if you take a look in the upper side here, you'll see that the host is actually muted on his computer. Okay, and he can unmute and come in on that. Now we're doing this recording on a different platform, but the training is still applicable to what we have to do here. So whenever your screen is set up, it's usually set up for speaker view, which is what you're seeing right now. The speaker is coming up that way, and we'll be able to speak on there. Then what I'm going to do now is you're going to see some items on the bottom of the screen here. I'm going to try to point to them as best I can for the purpose of this video. So where you're seeing my arrow right now, right below that is the microphone. That is your microphone when you wish to speak. There is the option that you can press the space bar to speak, and you would see that coming up. Or you can just press on the actual microphone itself. Now when you press on the microphone, you'll see that. You'll see a little green emblem coming up. That's an indication that you are speaking, and that supposedly the audience in the sanctuary, or those listening also on the other Zoom call, that we would be able to hear you as well. Then if you don't wish to speak, you can hit that button again, and that'll put you into mute. Okay? Now, my video is up for the host, But in this case here, you'll see that there's another square, the square with the line through it. That's the video portion. So if I was to press on the video, like this, now you're going to see my screen coming up as a little emblem on the top. But because the speaker is doing the main focus, that's how that works right now. Let's proceed to the next part of the screen. So if you'll notice in the upper right hand corner where it says View, if I click on that, you'll see that it can say Speaker or Gallery. Let's use Gallery for our example now, and even though we only have 2 participants, if I press on Gallery, you'll see me appearing twice. Part of it is the current computer where you're seeing me right now. The other part is the host. So the host is here saying hi at the cross, and then I'm saying hi over here as the participant. You have the option of either having the speaker or the view of the speaker or gallery mode. If you go into gallery, you'll see all the other participants that are joining this Zoom call. We're working on how to get the sanctuary as part of the group in the Zoom call, and that's a work in process. I'm going to go back over to speaker view right now, as you can see there, and temporarily I'm going to hide my video even though I'm speaking to you on the recording. So when I do that, the name just shows up on the top. The host speaker will be the main focus in this case, and that can be used for our staff meetings as well as many other things. Alright, so let's go to the next screen. Next part on the bottom here, you'll see it's in green. It says share screen. That's usually used by the host, and because it's used by the host, we're going to go into that training a little further on later on. Next to that, and depending on phone, Android, or computer, you'll see something here that's called reactions. When I click on the reactions, you'll see the various type of reactions there are. So let's say that you wanted to speak. You could raise your hand, and you would see the little hand coming up there. The host would see you, and after they see you, they would be able to acknowledge you to speak at that time. I'm going to lower the hand now, and then I'm going to go back over to the reaction. So let's say in this process you have a thumbs up about something. You can press on that thumbs up, or you can clap. These are those little emblems that you're seeing here right now. So let's do a thumbs up to say, how's this going? It's doing well. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So we're going to come off of that. That will disappear shortly. It does that automatically, just like that. Raising the hand will stay up until you're acknowledged or you lower your hand. There are some other options here. We're not going to go too detailed with it, but you'll see something called apps. We're still all learning about this. This is a new feature that Zoom has, but right now it's not part of this training, so we'll leave that one alone. Okay? And then we're going to actually go into the next part of the screen. And I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay. So there is something called a whiteboard. Whiteboards are, again, a new feature. We're not using it at the moment. So I'm going to step back here a little bit so that you can see my image here. I'll bring this one up as well. Okay, that's a little bit better with the cross. Okay. Now you'll also see on the bottom of the screen here, right next to where the word says leave, that's if you wanted to leave the meeting, you could do that. But let's go on with the next step. So where you're seeing more, you're going to see the option that says participants, chat, and record. Recording is what we're doing right now. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Only the host or co-host has the control on that, and that'll be a future training. Let's take a look at participants. So right now, if I click on participants, you're going to see a window. That window will have in it Yours might be part of the screen. I'm bringing mine over because it's separate. But you'll see the number of participants in this meeting right now. And you're going to see that based on the host has the video open, and as well as you're seeing mine there. So you have an option there. If it's yourself, you can either unmute yourself or go into other steps. Let's take a look at what the other steps are. You could rename yourself if you wanted to, or something else. So that's an option. Again, next training will get a little more enhancement on that. But now you're seeing the number of participants. I'm going to close that window, and I'm going to bring up the next window, which is something called chat. Once again, the chat window will come up. It may be part of your screen, but I'm just going to bring it over to mine right now. I have it running separate. So let's say that if for some reason you can't hear us when we're speaking, you could type in the message here saying, please check the audio or something like that. And if you notice on here, it'll say to everyone, or you can go to a specific person, such as the host, and just let the host know I'm having trouble hearing you, and we'll try to solve that problem. But that's the chat window. So that once you can see who else would be chatting within the group. Again, they may be chatting to everyone, or if it's specific to a particular person, you may not see it if you're not that person receiving the chat. I'm going to close that window up again. Okay. And as I mentioned, the host can share a screen that will look like a split screen on here. We'll get into that next step. But for the most part, this is what we have here. I am going to actually bring, since I am speaking on here right now, not as the host but as the participant, I'm actually going to bring my screen up as the main screen, and then I'm going to open up the video. So now you can see me right here, and this is how the speaker would be right now. So the host is now sitting on top, and I'm speaking as the main speaker. On your side, this is how you would see it as the main speaker. For the purpose of this recording, you're seeing me like that right now. Okay, so if you have some questions, I'll be glad to answer them. We're still testing a few things out. We hope to have some of those bugs, as people like to say, straightened out by the next meeting. Again, if you're interested, you can request, you send us your email, and you can get the link, and we'll try to get you on as part of the Zoom meeting for next time. So I'm going to shut down my video here, like that, and then I'm going to prepare to leave the meeting. And when I leave the meeting, you'll see that little red button, again the red button at the bottom. That red button allows you to leave the meeting. When I press on that, you'll see the big red one there to be sure, do you really want to leave? And then if you say yes, so you'll leave the meeting, and that'll bring you back to this other screen. You would then see a screen that looks like this. And again, you can use this screen to be able to join a meeting. In some cases, be able to set up your own meeting. Again, that will be for a future training, and that'll be the next step. Alright, once again, this is all taken care of right now for this training. We hope you will enjoy it, and we will talk to you soon. Again, if you'd like to participate, our set-free meeting via live and Zoom. Live, it's at 3444 East Van Buren Street in Phoenix, Arizona. Our host of that meeting is Sister Adeline and Brother Rick, and you'll hear them as part of this meeting. And we hope you have a blessed day and enjoy the next training coming up. Once again, thank you for joining us. Have a blessed blessed day.